Hey guys, happy release week. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kaylee. I'm super glad you guys are here. I have a new camera, so you've got a little bit of a different angle, and don't mind that stupid lamp over my dining room table. It annoys me to no end. But today I wanted to tell you a little bit about my books, the Garden of Spirit series. I wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got the idea for this series. At first, it wasn't supposed to be a series, it was supposed to be a standalone book. It was actually all about this group of kids who lived in a town, and they ended up finding these different colored gems, and the gems had different types of powers or magic associated with them. The original title was actually supposed to be called Wolf Hollow. It had nothing to do with wolves, so that was obviously not very helpful. But it ended up being changed into the Garden of Spirits because I started focusing more on the power of spirit and the different elements. Um, and I ended up getting the original idea with the different gems and colors and stones and powers at my day job. I was actually working an event. I work in parking at my day job, and I was standing around in a parking lot telling people no, which is my favorite part of that job. But I was standing there just doing my job, waiting around, doing nothing, and I ended up getting struck with the idea. I had heard of um, Wolf Hollow. I had actually gotten that off of somebody's license plate, I think, from a couple of days before this, and it had just been ruminating in my brain. And I ended up thinking about the different elements because I really wanted to have a story based on the elements, and it kind of morphed from there. Um, the original idea and draft one or zero, however you'd like to call it, happened, I believe, October/November of 2019. And then I actually did, I believe, two rewrites of the book. And then I did two or three rounds of edits. And these were extensive edits. The last one was just kind of line edits and making sure everything sounded good and made sense. The original story actually had a female as the main character, whereas this series now has a male as the main character. If you know, Jameson Tyler. There's a group of friends in both series and both stories. There was there's an additional character in the original series that is not in the series now. There's a lot different from the original idea to what I have now. And I have spent a lot of time with this idea, with this series, just mulling over what exactly I'm trying to go for, what the story is supposed to be, and what I'm trying to say with it. And I've had a lot of time where I sat there and I struggled with imposter syndrome and the idea that this idea sucks and it's just kind of simplistic and not at all, as complex as a novel needs to be, or as some of the great novels that I've read, and just kind of doubting myself. But when I really took a step back and I looked at the books as a whole, I mean, there's a story there. It's not the best story in the world. It's not the worst story in the world. It's not the most intense, but it's not the worst. It's a story. It makes sense. It has characters that go through things, and it just was a really impactful feeling for me. And it was one where I was just kind of like, whoa, like I wrote a story, I wrote a book, I wrote 5 books, 4.5 if you count the novella as half a book. But I wrote a story and I wrote these characters and they came to life and I built this environment in this town and it's real to me in this form, and it's been a ride for the last like 2 years. Just realizing that all of the stuff came out of my head, and while it looks nothing like the original story, it looks nothing like what I had wanted it to look like. It's not like I don't like what it came to be. I actually enjoyed the story now. The story makes so much more sense because I went through and I reread the first draft or draft 0 that I wrote, and Lord help me, that draft made absolutely no sense. It was just everywhere. There was not a comprehensive part of it at all. So I'm happy that this actually makes sense now. I'm happy and I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget, we have a live stream this Friday, February 19th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you can join, I'd love for you guys to be there. I am giving away 2 sets of The Witch and The Awakening, both signed. Excuse me. And this is going to be for people who show up to the live and who are there. They're going to be entered to win. I am really excited to be able to be launching this book right now. If you guys have any other questions about how I came about with this idea, feel free to comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe, the little dingy bell thing. Follow me on social media, all that jazz, whatever you guys want to do. I'm so happy you guys are here. You have no idea. But I think I'm going to wrap it up. This was a short and sweet video today, and tomorrow is probably going to be just as short because I'm launching my book in 2 days, and I'm trying to make sure I'm as prepared as I can be for the chaos, the excitement, the happiness, the joy, and all of it, all of the above. So keep writing, have a bright and colorful day, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.